everybody. Welcome to your Avolv resume building template. If you are in high school, this video is for you, and we are going to build your first professional resume that has been vetted by career strategists and professionals to make sure that you get noticed and accepted using this template. Your resume is supposed to be an advertisement of yourself, and ultimately you want the person on the other end of the line to say, wow, I really want that person on my team. So this template has been designed to help you do just that. On our agenda today, we are going to create a full resume draft. This will consist of the heading, a summary, all of your skills, the education section, the professional experience section, and extracurricular activities. There will be two documents that you'll need for this lesson. One is going to be the instructions and the other is going to be the template itself. Make sure that you save at least 2 copies of the template because you're going to need to make multiple resumes over time. But we're going to start with your baseline resume today as your first draft. On the template itself, you're going to see these bracketed items. The idea is that you are going to replace what is in those brackets with your own information. Now that you have the instructions open, you can see that this is relevant to you, a high school or GED student or candidate, and it's really important to give yourself a full hour. Just think about it. In 1 hour, you could have your resume done. That's beautiful. This instructions template will serve as a checklist for your resume. So as you're going and filling out your information in your actual resume template, you can use this as a checklist to make sure that you actually did provide your input for every single item on this list. We are going to start with a clean and clear professional heading. So add your first and last name, your city and state. This is a quick pro tip from a high-end corporate recruiter. Do not put your full address. There are unfortunate algorithms in the system that may discriminate your resume depending on your address. So do not put your full address. Just put the city and state in which you are from. And if you are applying for a job outside of high school, make sure that you put the city and state that you intend to live in for working this job. So for example, if you're applying to something out of state, make sure that you put that city and state rather than your home state. If you have a LinkedIn in high school, 1, you're ahead of the game, and 2, you should hyperlink your profile here. Next, put your phone number and your email. Don't try to have all kinds of crazy numbers and letters and nicknames in your email. It comes off less professional if you're able to try to get your first, even your middle name and your last name. That is the best type of email to have. Your first action item is super simple. Fill out the heading, add your name, the city and state, your phone number, and email address. In section 2, we're going to discuss the summary. Think of your summary as a quick elevator pitch about yourself, advocating for why the company or the college would want you on their team. Keep in mind that for every single different job application or college application that you submit your resume to, you're going to want to customize this short paragraph. It should be very specific to the organization in which you are applying. However, it's helpful to have a base to start from instead of looking at a blank page. So fill out something generic that might encapsulate what you want to convey, resume over resume and application over application. For number 2, in the summary, write 2 to 3 sentences pitching who you are and why you should be considered for the position you are applying. The most important credentials that you have to date is your education. So you're going to put that next. If you have only attended one high school, you're going to put that high school. You don't need to put your middle school. But if you've attended more than one school, you can copy and paste the credentials from the section so that you can put both schools. Let's go ahead and fill out your first school. You're going to list the full school name, the academic level, your GPA, your honors, any relevant coursework you have, and make sure that you include subjects that relate to what you are applying for. So if you are going for a collegiate degree and you're looking to major in a certain subject, make sure that you put the subjects that would complement that major. If your GPA isn't at your strongest point, you will have the opportunity to highlight your strengths elsewhere. Your projects. This is a super important section. This is where you can show what you've built, led, or completed, even if it wasn't a job. So think about your school presentations, maybe different club events or personal challenges. Maybe you had a really important capstone project or led an initiative through a club in which you accomplished something for a group or for the school. So share what you did, how you did it, and what came out of it. Any quantitative metrics that you can even add here, it's your way to showcase some professionalism through your work in school. If you have multiple projects that you want to highlight, I would say keep it to about 3 max. So if you want to add one more, you can copy and paste the section one more time, but make sure that these projects are strong enough for the administrative officer or recruiter to see the value in which you worked and accomplished something through this specific project or initiative. For the education section, fill out your formal school details. So this is like the name, the location, and the time frame that you attended. Your high-level performance details. So this could be your GPA, maybe your SAT or ACT, any honors that you've received, your relevant and notable coursework, and 1 to 2 valuable projects to showcase with very short paragraphs about what you did and what impact it made. Now we're going to move on to your professional experience. If you don't have any professional experience, that's perfectly okay. It's fine if you don't, and just delete this section and move on. But if you do, here is your chance to showcase some of the work that you did, what the role taught you, and how it maybe gave you some valuable experience that you can take forward into your next opportunity. So if you have more than 2 job entries, go ahead and copy and paste one of these sections. But otherwise, go ahead and start by adding your title that you served in that role or company, how long you worked there, so your start month and year to your end month. And if you're currently in that role still, you can put the word present there, add the company name and the city and state in which you worked. And then this is where the magic happens, the bullets here. Always start with an action verb on all of these bullets for every resume from here on out forever. Make sure that you showcase what you did by summarizing the actions that you took to provide value. Remember, this is an advertisement not for yourself, but for the person on the other end of the line, showing them, wow, like this person accomplished all of these things. That's amazing. So you want to show what you learned, how you helped, what accomplishments you actually achieved in your job, and what skills you gained. So focus on the actions and the results, use strong verbs, and if you can, use any kind of quantitative metrics that showcase your actions. And what do I mean by that? For example, if you increase sales by 10%, showcase that, but make sure that you're able to back up this evidence. If you decreased some cost in an area by 5%, go ahead and list it. That is really helpful information to quantify your impact with that company. Go ahead and do that for every job or internship you've had that's relevant and you want to showcase. For the experience section, fill out the formal details about the organizations you supported and the positions that you served, as well as about 2 to 3 bullets highlighting major accomplishments or contributions to the company's success, finances, or mission. After you finish that, we're going to move on to your skills and extracurricular section. So this is a list of comma-separated items that you can showcase in terms of all of your kind of miscellaneous activities that make up who you are and why this person should consider you as a candidate. So start with any certifications you have. If you have done any kind of courses that have yielded a certification checkmark or license that you're able to showcase, go ahead and add it here. If you have any certifications that you're looking to pursue, that is also fine for you to add here and just put in parentheses that you're actively pursuing this certification. Don't lie. All right, any platform. So this is any software, online platforms, or even equipment or machinery that you have gained skills and expertise and experience with. So go ahead and list that here, but make sure that it's all relevant to the application in which you are submitting. If some of these platforms don't make sense, don't list them. Moving on, your core competencies. If you have any relevant technical or soft skills that you have curated, make sure that you list them here. If this is helpful, you can also list this out into 2 separate bullets. You can put your technical skills and then your soft skills into 2 comma-separated lists. But these characteristics are supposed to help differentiate you and your work ethic from other candidates. Make sure that you list skills that will make you stand out from other candidates and showcase why they should pick you over somebody else. There are characteristics about yourself that differentiate you. Make sure you kind of dig deep and try to list them here. Next, philanthropy. If you have volunteered for anything over your high school career, make sure to list it. This is really important and it shows what you care about and that you're willing to dedicate time to important causes and community outside of just serving yourself. Next, your academic clubs and organizations. In a comma-separated list, make sure you list any kind of scholastic clubs that you have been a part of or have served any leadership positions. Next, your sports teams. If you have been on any sports team and had any major accomplishments with that team, make sure to list them here. Next, languages. If you speak more than one language or a conversational in another language or have taken a language course over your high school career, include each one in a list here. Okay, now these two sections, this is the part of the resume that a lot of people miss. A lot of people do not include their professional and personal interests, and this is what will differentiate you from other candidates. For your professional interests, make sure that you list any kind of topics that are aligned with your career aspirations. What are you pursuing? What books are you reading? What podcasts are you listening to? What YouTube videos or courses are you trying to take to be more skilled in the field of your professional interests? List that here. It shows a lot about your character and that you are trying to actively pursue something in the space you want to be in. And if you're applying to a college or a job role, this is going to show that recruiter or that administrator that, wow, this person is serious. Like they are actively investing in their professional career, because ultimately, what do they want? Colleges want people who are going to support their name and their academic accolades. For example, if you attend a college and then you do something great, that college is totally going to promote you. And then for a job, that company wants to make sure, can we put this person behind our brand name? And if you're constantly developing yourself professionally, or at least if they see that through this resume, it's going to make you stand out in a stack of resumes, because they're going to say, wow, this person is already investing into their professional success and development, and we want that person with us on our team. And then last but not least at all is your personal interest. And this may seem kind of counterintuitive, like, okay, this is a resume to showcase who I am professionally. However, you're not a robot. We can showcase all day long all the amazing things that we accomplish, but at the end of the day, we are still people. And this right here, this is your icebreaker with that recruiter or with that college administrator. This is your way to showcase your humanity and show that there is more to you than just a profession, that you're a wholesome, well-rounded person, and that you have actual hobbies and interests and relationships besides pursuing academic or professional achievements. Make sure you list any topics or hobbies that would support your story, that are unique to you, that would give these recruiters or administrative officers the unique opportunity to see a fuller picture of your personality and how you would fit with their team or company culture or student body. Final action item to close out your resume for the skills and extracurricular section. List out any relevant and distinguished soft and technical skills and any notable extracurricular activities that you have cultivated over your academic career. Great work. If you followed along with this exercise, you now have a fully functional resume draft that you will be able to use for all of your future job applications or any other higher education programs you might apply to. We filled out the heading, a summary, all of your skills, the education section, the professional experience section, and extracurricular activities. Once you complete all of these sections, you have a resume, an active, functioning resume. But there's a couple last pieces of advice that I need to give to you so that you can make this resume optimized for every single application that you send it to. First, make sure you take time to proofread. It is very important for you to read it, but you are so close to it. It's also very helpful to get a parent or guardian to also take a look at it and to help maybe tailor some of the grammar, some of the action verbs, some of the adjectives used to optimize your resume, because they also see things that you might not. And this also goes along with number 2, ask for feedback. So whenever you are getting your family members to potentially proofread it, go ahead and ask them for feedback on the resume itself and make sure that you provide the context of what this resume will be supporting. Number 3, this is your baseline resume. So whenever you go and apply to a specific college or specific job application, you are going to need to make sure that you tailor this resume to that application. Why? Because every organization is looking for slightly different things. So you will save a copy of your baseline resume and then just edit the details that need to be addressed so that you are showcasing and advertising that you are the right candidate for being considered for that application. Number 4, this is a living document. So there will be times that you need to update your resume over time. And then there are different tactics to use whenever you are in college applying to jobs, as well as working professionals applying to jobs. Make sure you go and visit those videos to understand how you need to strategically update your resume if and when you enter those stages of life. Number 5, be proud of yourself. It is very difficult to fit all of who you want to convey yourself as a professional onto one page. Thank you for being here. You being here shows me that you really care. You care about your future. You care about where you end up. You care about where you serve your time and energy, and that you want to better yourself as a person. So this exercise is designed to help you. I hope that this template gets you where you want to go, but trust the process, follow the prompts, and make it your own so that you can live the life you want to and own your story.